Hello, hello, hello. Happy Monday, everyone. Your girl is live. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Ooh, my nose. Oh my goodness. Okay, y'all. So I'm live. Happy Monday, everyone. Happy Monday. Welcome to the live. I'm really excited because I'm starting a little series today. I got my manuscript, y'all. I have my manuscript, Breaking Barriers, here. And y'all know I've been working on this book for a very, very long time and had to do multiple iterations of this book, which is fine because I want it to be perfect. And so I decided to take some time today to do a little lunch and learn on one of the chapters. And I started thinking about like, which chapter should I talk about? And God just told me to talk about inventory and product mix. I feel like um, so we're in chapter 8, y'all. And when you get the book, you'll be able to follow through. But the reason why I want to talk about the product mix, right, is it's going to help everybody. It's going to help you if you have a store, especially if you have a store. It's going to help you if you don't have a store and you're in the research phase on how to research, like how to create and build what I call your product mix. This is the term that I use in my programs to describe all of the categories and all of the things that you're going to carry in your store. So this is going to be a really important session to pay attention to. So make sure y'all have your pen and papers ready. So before I even get into all of that, I sent out an email this morning about we have a few things happening. So we have a bootcamp program that's going on, and that's going to be kicking off September. So if you are someone who's at the very beginning stages, you don't have funding, your credit is not all that great, you don't have the business credit or any of those things, this is the program that you want to start with. This is like very beginner friendly. It's going to be 6 weeks. It's going to be my only cohort that I'm doing this entire year. As y'all know, I used to run this program often when I was first doing consulting. I run it very often. All the major people who have stores that are successful, that have black stores, most likely took this program. So it's like a signature thing. Then I stopped it for a while because I just really want to focus on one-on-one, and that's just more of like what makes me happy. It's just working with people one-on-one, not the group thing, because y'all, the group thing's a little stressful. But I decided to bring it back to do one cohort this year. So that's going to be kicking off September. And so you can DM me the word bootcamp if you want to join that. I also have one spot open in my Platinum Store Launch program. And so that has certain requirements. You need to have 650 credit score. You need to be making more than 50,000 in annual income to get into that program because we get into funding and all that stuff. So you have to have certain things in place so that we can actually get you to the finish line. And so if you have those two things, you can join that program, and we do have a space available in that program. So those things are there. So today, what I'm really excited about is talking about this manuscript and developing your product mix and understanding inventory. So for a lot of people that I speak to that have beauty supply stores, one of the major complaints is the lack of profitability. So you may have people coming into your store and you may be making some money, but you're not profitable, which is tough because understanding how to price your inventory, which inventory to buy, like that's all education. That's all things that you must learn in order to master retail in general. It doesn't matter which retail business you're in. Like you must master profitability. You must master understanding and fine tuning your product mix. So this is something that you're going to be doing every 90 days. Okay. So number one is creating a product mix that works for your community, understanding how to account for your inventory so you understand where your money is going, and then building a vendor strategy that is going to save you time, money, and headaches and cash flow issues, right? So having a set of inventory, set of vendors that you work with on a specific cycle is how you mitigate cash flow issues. Okay. So the first piece is developing the product mix. All right. So understanding how your product mix is going to be the backbone of your business. Okay. So let's go into this book real quick. So in chapter 8, I talk about a lot of things, but I mainly talk about how you even start to figure out what kind of product mix you want to have in your store. Okay, reaching out to vendors, analyzing your product mix, and understanding the brands that your community desires. So, the first thing is you need to understand the demographics of the community that you're in. Are you in an inner city community, in the suburbs, in a city, in a downtown area? Like you need to understand the layout of the community. That's number one. You need to identify that. And then you need to understand the demographics. You need to understand race is the number one thing that you need to look at. The racial makeup of the community, because all of this goes into how people spend their money. This is called discretionary income, how much discretionary income people have, and then also identifying the buying behaviors of your demographic. So most of us are targeting Black women. You may be targeting Black men and women, but for the most part, we're targeting Black women. The age difference is going to also let you know the buying behavior of this demographic. So if you're going after younger women, they spend money different than 40 and up. So 40 and older, right? The buying behaviors are completely different. So this is something that you have to understand about the community. You can get this information from the U.S. Census website. This is all Wikipedia. All of these places have the information on your zip code. You put your zip code in and you get the demographic information. This is very important for you to start with this information so that you can understand the type of product mix you're going to create. Because many times I have seen stores get open and the product mix is just off for the community based on the income. Like trying to set up a, Fifth Avenue type of store in a community where it's like an inner city community, it just doesn't work. It just doesn't work, guys. And I've seen it happen time and time again where we set up these like really nice high-end looking stores and the people it was just over their heads. It's just a store before its time. Like the store was great. It was just in the wrong community. Okay, so that's the first thing. Your product mix needs to reflect the community's needs. It needs to be diverse. It needs to be appealing. And most importantly, it needs to be profitable. So understanding the profitable part, this is why I always say this profitable product mix, understanding that every single category in your store is going to have different profit margins. Do not fall into the trap of investing in categories with poor margins, even if the products seem popular. That's straight out of my book. So this means that we see products online that seem super popular. And these may be a lot of our like favorite Black-owned brands. And a lot of them, if they're already in Target, I could tell you right now, if it's in Target or Sally's in one of them stores, the margins on that product is most likely going to be low. What do I mean by low? What I mean by low is a margin of less than like 30%. Your sweet spot, guys, is going to be 40 to 50%. But low is like 30%. And a lot of them, that's what they're offering. It just doesn't make sense, right? So when we think about your product mix and your margins, that's the second thing you're going to want to think about when you're creating this product mix for your store. So like in my programs, we have like a whole spreadsheet where we break this down by margins, by categories. This is the same thing that you want to do for your store. Like if you're doing this on your own, you just want to have some type of document that is going to break down all of the categories, all of the brands, all of the things that you want to have in your store. And then one of the most powerful things that you can do is take it a step further and start to conduct surveys in your community. So this is just you going around talking to people about what they would want in a beauty supply store and you start to conduct surveys. Another powerful thing that you can do, I mean, it's not so powerful, but you can also visit the top stores in your community and the stores that seem to be doing well, because guys, we never know which stores are truly doing well unless you see their numbers. But the stores that seem to have traffic in them, people are buying things, they seem to be busy. You want to visit those stores, take a look at their shelves, and pay attention to what's missing versus what is overstocked, right? You take notes on this, but also take it with a grain of salt. Like I said, when you're looking at competition, especially if it's like an Asian-owned store, Arab-owned store, like we are just doing things different. We're trying to set a new standard. So like I said, take it with a grain of salt when you go into these stores. But the competition will give you an idea of what people are buying. So like I said, you want to take a look at the shelves, notice what is missing, notice what is overstocked. So that gives you an idea of what you would want in your store. But like I said, guys, the most powerful thing that you can do is to hit the streets, hit the expos, hit the beauty shows, and start to do surveys and polls and just have conversations with people. They will literally tell you what they want in the store. Like women, Black women especially, like we are a very strong community. We want to see each other win. And so just start having those conversations, like putting yourself out there and like letting people know like this is a dream of yours, this is something that you want to do, and have the conversations about what people are interested in. Like if you can create a store that's just for you, what would that store look like? What would we carry? What would the experience be? Like have the conversation, right? So once you have all of that in place, then you have your first round of products and brands that you're going to have in your store, right? This is going to change every 90 days, right? I tell my clients every 90 days, you want to be looking at this product mix and you want to be changing it because something needs to be removed from the store. So it's this process is never going to end as long as you are a retailer. Understand that this process is never going to end as long as you are a retailer. You're going to be refining your product mix over and over and over again. And like I said, my rule of thumb is every 90 days. So every 90 days, you're going back to your POS reports, right? You're going to have a POS system, which is a point of sale system that's going to give you reports of all the categories in your store, how they're selling, the quantities, all of that stuff. And you're going to be refining things every single quarter. Okay, so this is what you want to be looking at. Now tomorrow, when I come on, I'm going to be coming on tomorrow. I'm going to be talking about vendors. I'm going to be talking about how to have these conversations, how to look at vendors, all of that stuff tomorrow. So these lives are not long because y'all know I hate a long live. Okay, but I'll be back tomorrow, y'all. I'll be back. Stay tuned. If you're not on my Power Circle group, you want to join my Power Circle group over on Facebook. It's called the Black Beauty Supply Power Circle group. So you want to be coming on over there. And so literally these lives are going to be very valuable. They're going to have a lot of information. I'm not keeping up no replay because I want y'all to join live and be able to ask questions. If you have questions, you can go ahead and drop them in the chat, by the way. But I want to be able to like start to share some gems out of my book, which is Breaking Barriers, coming soon. Hopefully I'll get the book when it comes out. But right now, guys, we do have open spots in my programs. Your girl is out. I am working. Me and the team are working. We have this huge goal of opening 100 Black-owned stores this year. So y'all, we have brought back the boot camp program. The Beauty Supply Signature Boot Camp program is upgraded 2.0. We are going to be doing our live Q&A sessions in this group. You're going to have access to my university. We're teaching all the things. So funding and credit has been a major obstacle for a lot of you guys. Like you guys just you're just not there yet. And that's why I'm bringing back this program. Cause y'all know I ain't done this program in a long time, but I brought it back because so many of you have said your biggest issue is funding and credit. And so this is where we're going to be deep diving into this so that you can finally be able to have these lenders say yes to your application, get the foundational training, develop your product mix, develop your business plan, all of those things. So guys, DM me the word bootcamp or comment bootcamp in the chat, and I'll be able to go ahead and send you the links for the program. Like I said, we have our Done For You program, which is our Platinum Store Launch program. We got one spot left on that. So if you are already at the place where you have 650 credit score and you have the income, which is 50K annual income. So this is documented income, guys, that you have to have in order to get funding in this program, right? This is my top tier Done For You program where you work with me and my team. You can go ahead and comment the word platinum, and I'll send the link to book a call for that. I'm going to actually drop the link for my calendar so that you guys can just go ahead and book calls if you're ready to work this month. I'm going to go ahead and drop my calendar so you can book a call. Also, guys, if you are a store owner, so this means you have a brick and mortar business, not an online store, a brick and mortar business, and you want to increase your sales by 10%, or if your sales are not that good, you're not at 10K consistent months. If you're not making 10,000 consistently every single month, that's a big problem. Okay, that's a big problem. So you want to comment or DM me the word scale if you have a store and you're looking to scale your store. Okay, guys. So I'm out. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Look out for my emails because I'm not sure the time just yet, but I will be on tomorrow with another part 2 session of inventory and vendors. So I'll be talking more about vendors tomorrow. So this is going to be good. You want to be on this session tomorrow. Okay, guys? Bye.